media, tune into the show. David's got the secrets that you need to know. Living in España, working on a dream. Hints and tips for everyday life is like a stream. David knows the right way, living life so bright, hey. 107.5 FM, the right way. Tune in now and join the play. Fiestas and siestas, work-life balance found. David's magic wisdom spreading all around. Navigate the culture, blend with every soul. Almelia's heartbeat, making life so whole. David knows the right way, living life so bright, hey. 107.5 FM, the right way. Tune in now and join the play. David knows the right way, living life so bright, hey. 107.5 FM, the right way. Tune in now and join the play.
A very good afternoon and welcome to The Right Way with me, David Wright, here on Almeria Radio, 107.5 FM for the next hour. And a big thank you to John Alex for keeping us entertained this afternoon. Thank you, John. Have a great weekend. Okay, so loads coming up on the show today. More tips and advice on living and working in Spain. And it's Friday and the weather's great for the weekend. Looks like 34, 35 degrees Saturday and Sunday, so nice and warm still out there. Let us know what it's like where you are in the comment section and what you're up to. The comment section has rebooted, so come and keep me company this afternoon. This weekend I'm out tonight celebrating 11 years wedding anniversary tomorrow, so yeah, out taking the wife out tonight to celebrate, going killing two birds with one stone, actually, if that's the right phrase to use. Going up in the mountains tonight to a special restaurant just about 45 minutes away from where I live, and it's one of the most famous motorbike routes in all of Europe as well, so that's handy, isn't it? Not so much for my wife but for me mostly. But yeah, going out for a romantic evening meal tonight. So 11 years married here in Spain to my Spanish wife Yanni. All the best, Yanni. This Frank Reyes there and Princessa. Do you want to be my princess?
Live.
David Wright. David Wright.
David.
The Afternoon Show.
A very good afternoon to Jacob's Cracker and to Carol Fitness joining us in the comments section, and hi to Sylvia. Yeah, packing for your trip home tomorrow. You'll soon be back, Sylvia. Hope my tips and advice has helped you, and good luck with your new home here in Spain. And it was great to meet you guys this week as well. So yeah, you've been taking lots of action, and yeah, you'll be back here very, very soon. Good luck on that one. Let me know how it goes. Time for Artist of the Week now.
The Artist of the Week, sponsored by The New Bar International and Something Special in Turin.
Artist of the Week this week is Atomic Kitten, and this is one of my favourites. Two in a row from Tina Turner now. Tina Turner, private dancer there. And if you're thinking about moving to Spain or living in Spain, well, you've got one of the longest living people in Spain, and I'm going to give you some more information about that right after the second one from Tina Turner.
It's Friday, and that Friday feeling, getting you into the mood for the weekend.
Live.
David Wright. David Wright.
David.
The Afternoon Show.
Okay, so if you think about moving to Spain or you're already living in Spain, you probably know that the lifestyle here is a much laid-back lifestyle, the healthy food, better way of life completely, and the diet here is really good for you, and Spanish people live longer, and there's proof of that this week, where the oldest person in the world officially now is here in Spain, in Catalonia, and that is Maria Morero, and she is 115 years of age. She's never been in hospital, she's never been really sick, and she's never even broken a bone, and she's got a daughter that's 78 years young. How about that then? So yeah, she puts it down to healthy living and a good climate. So yeah, it's another good reason to move to Spain.
Your music, Europe.
It's Friday, you're listening to The Right Way with me, David Wright, Almeria Radio, a 107.5 FM this afternoon, and some news and some tips about the rental new rules and regulations coming into Spain very, very shortly. That's coming up after this.
David Wright. Help and advice for living and working in Spain. You're listening to The Right Way. The Right Way with David Wright.
Okay, so the Spanish government are limiting short-term rentals to tourist properties, flats and addresses, and this is to try and help with the crisis in Spain with rentals for locals. Now, the Spanish government have announced on TV and all over the media that they are looking into modifying the housing laws in Spain, and they're going to be putting limits, strong limits on tourist rental properties. Now, they say they're going to be looking into Airbnb and Booking.com and limiting the amount of properties that can be available to tourists here. This is all part of the locals protesting in the streets. Now, it started off in Malaga and in Barcelona and places like that, also in Seville. Locals can't get on the housing market ladder for rentals in these cities because it's all rented out to tourists at a much higher rate. So the government said they're going to address this, and they're going to make some drastic changes in the rental laws and agreements, including licenses for properties. Now, they're already looking into properties that are being rented out to tourists at the moment to make sure they have got a tourist license. If they haven't got a tourist license, they're going to be heavily fined for not having this license. This is people are renting their properties out to tourists here, so you need to be careful of that. If you haven't got a license, be on the lookout for this. And they say that they're going to be heavily restricting and taking away 90% of the licenses in some of these major cities. Now, Barcelona have already said that over the next 2 to 3 years they're going to take away all of the licenses. That's 100% of the tourist licenses for rental properties in the area. So that's going to be a drastic change in the tourist market up there. And this is all because of the protests that have been out. Now, if you've been watching Spanish TV, there's lots of marches and protests in a lot of the major cities from the mostly younger generations that can't get on the property ladder and they can't rent properties in the big cities. So this is a major problem that's been going on, but now the government say they're going to take some drastic action, and they're changing or going to be changing the laws on rental properties. So stand by for that one.
I'm outside your house.
So off out tonight, a bit of celebrating, going out, taking the wife out for a nice meal in a place called Bella Fiki, I think I was pronouncing that right. Up in the mountains, about 45 minutes from where I live, and it's famous. It's very famous for the most famous tour ride for motorbikes. Actually, it's got a nice, long, slow, windy road up the mountain, so it's ideal for motorbikes. And there's some nice restaurants up there. So taking the wife up there tonight for a special meal to celebrate our 11-year wedding anniversary tomorrow morning. That'll be tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock. It was on Saturdays on the 24th, 7 o'clock the wedding. So that's the thing with the weddings here in Spain. There are quite most of the weddings are later in the afternoon or evening. 7 o'clock is for English, that's quite late really, but that's not the latest. I've been to a wedding here in Granada, and the church service was 9 o'clock in the evening. 9 o'clock started the church service, and we didn't sit down for the first course until 1:45 in the morning. Yeah, you heard it right, 1:45 in the morning. They started serving the soup, and that went on till 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, things are not just a little bit later in Spain, they are a lot later in Spain. Amy Winehouse there, and Back to Black.
Live.
David Wright. David Wright.
David.
The afternoon show.
And very good afternoon to Andy Barnes joining us in the comment section. Hi, Andy. And Jono, the weddings here are amazing. The Spanish weddings are amazing. Something that a lot of people don't understand here is that you have to pay to go to a wedding. It's normally, if somebody sends you an invitation to a wedding here, you get the acceptance card, and at the bottom of the card there is a bank account number, and you normally have to send the amount of money that you think is right for the wedding. Now, normally it's around about 120 to 150 euros per person. There's no presents bought, so that is your acceptance. So once you transferred the money, that is saying that you're going, and this is per person, remember. So if there's a couple of you going, normally around 200 to 250 would be the minimum amount to pay to go to a Spanish wedding. But it is an amazing event. So I've been to about 6 weddings here over the 23 years I've been here now, and probably one of the best ones is got my wife's cousins coming down tomorrow to stay with us for a long weekend, and their son and also their daughter got married. Now, that was a 3-day event up in Madrid. Absolutely amazing. Now, the first day we were up there is the day before the wedding. You go to cocktail parties in the evening. There's a midday lunch as well, all paid for by the bride's family. And then there's the wedding itself, and then you have the day after the wedding. You have the event where all the most close members of the family get together for breakfast, and then midday lunch, and then the evening meal again. And this is quite a formal event as well. You need to dress up. I took 3 suits with me and wore all 3 of them as well on this occasion. So yeah, it's quite a different affair here in Spain when you do go to one of these big weddings, and thousands of people as well. It's incredible. The wedding I went to in Madrid, the last wedding, that went on till we left about 4:30 in the morning after they started serving breakfast, believe it or not. So yeah, breakfast was included at the wedding, and we just couldn't take any more. We'd had enough, so we left about 4 o'clock. I think went on till 8 o'clock in the morning, that one. So yeah, the weddings are an amazing event if you get a chance to go, but just be aware it's quite normal to pay. In fact, I think most of the Spanish people now, you pay to go to the weddings. So I felt quite embarrassed about doing that for my wedding, putting the bank account on there. But the thing is, if you look at it, around about 100 euros a head to cater for a wedding party. Now, that's a minimum, and there's entertainment, music, and it is quite a show. So if you get a chance, don't be put off by the amount you have to pay. It is a real event. So if you get a chance, make sure you go to a Spanish wedding. Well, that's just about it for another show. Thanks very much, everybody, for joining me in the comments section. I hope you have a great weekend. The weather's forecast is really good for this weekend. Another warm and sunny one all weekend. So enjoy your weekend. I'll leave you now with a bit of Elvis Presley. Up next is 5 o'clock Hit Mix with Rob Mack. Stay tuned for that.